It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. So Liz brings in these popsicles that are in the long plastic things.
Yeah.
You know, the clear plastic. I don't know. They're like not a foot, maybe half a foot.
Yeah, maybe a little
Something
bigger,
like
8
that.
inches, something like that.
That you stick in the fridge, and then when the kids are bored, you grab them because they're cheap enough. If you have like all the kids over from the neighborhood, you can give them these popsicle things. Liz brought them in. I don't know why, but I'm going to have.
Well, because I thought, you know what? It's not quite technically summer yet, but because
summer, come on.
I know. Well, I mean, there are some kids in certain school districts that their last day today, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, these were, I think it was 24 in the pack for $2.98.
This reminds me so much of growing up as a kid in summer.
Me too. I would go outside and have a beach towel, have my music, have my, coconut oil, and these.
Coconut oil?
Well, yeah, like tanning oil or whatever, and it smelled like you were at the beach. And then we would eat these to cool down, maybe some lemonade or whatever.
Yeah.
But we had these all the time because, they're cheap.
What color did you give me?
Purple.
I have purple. What do you have, Ninja?
I had a pink one.
Oh, the pink.
What's the flavor of the pink?
Is it like a strawberry lemonade?
Oh, it might be.
Oh, for real?
Ooh, we didn't have that one.
What did Scott get? What'd you get, Scott?
I got a green one. That's my favorite.
Yeah. And then Jake has what? Blue. Oh, how
blue
nice.
raspberry.
Reminds me of big summer memories, you know?
no.
I found $50 when I was a kid in the ocean, just floating there.
What'd you do with it?
I spent it.
Well, I mean, on what?
I don't remember. I was a
my
kid. I
goodness.
do remember it floating there, and I went, "Oh, look at this!" And it was $50 bill.
I bet there was candy involved, some sort of maybe cards. Like
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my goodness, I can think of all the things that kids do.
I was like 12.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
It was over on the Space Coast of Florida.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
the Space Coast.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
a
what they
ride?
called it.
Okay.
That's what they called it. But you think of all these summer memories. I mean, Ninja has this favorite snack growing up.
Yeah, so we would get these same popsicles that we're having now, and we would get them at my grandma's house, and she had a above ground pool, and we would always get them in the pool, but we would stick them in the water so they would melt, and then we would drink them.
Oh yeah, because at the end of it, after they melt, that's the best part because
Right.
that's the juice from it and all the sugar.
It turns into Kool-Aid
It does
at that point. And Jake even has a snack growing up.
Yeah, so I have this memory of going to the pool at my grandma's neighborhood, and then the ice cream truck would always come by, and I would always get the brand popsicle, but it was this thing called Sprinkler, and it was like a hard chocolate shell vanilla ice cream, but they had those circle sprinkles on it, and it would just cover the entire thing and be crunchy.
That sounds nice.
It was amazing.
I've never heard of a sprinkler.
It was
That
awesome.
sounds really good.
Oh, yeah.
But I like Scott's memory of his grandma growing up.
Yeah, she loved to take watermelon outside with a big tray under her carport and carve it up for us. And then she put a little sprinkle of salt on it and hand me a piece.
Wait, salt?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
Salt
do
on
the
watermelon,
thing.
yeah.
Really? No.
Delicious, yeah.
Salt?
Yeah.
It supposedly elevates the taste of the watermelon. I'm more of a traditionalist and like just the plain watermelon.
Salt?
Yeah.
And I thought everybody had
No,
salt on watermelon
no.
until I grew up. And I realized nobody did that except us. Well, not a lot of people did, but, there were others
Wow.
that did not.
Yeah, well, that
So
ain't...
I thought salt was the thing growing up.
Bruce texted and said one thing that is very good is to put lime juice on watermelon.
Really?
I've never had that, but it makes
Hmm.
sense.
How?
Because I think, isn't it Sonic that has one of their slushies and it's like watermelon lime?
I have
or
no
maybe
idea.
It's cherry and lime. But I
was
see.
about to say I've never been to Sonic, but it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, but I mean, the
I saw
sweet
someone
tart.
squeeze lemon juice on watermelon
Okay.
and try it.
Oh, kind of
and
the
they
same
said that
thing
was
then.
good. So, yeah.
So Jessica is here at 800-447-7234. What's the summer memory, Jessica?
We went camping and we got lost in a canoe and we couldn't find our campsite again. It got really foggy when we were out on the canoe and we couldn't find where the land was. Eventually we found our way, I guess.
Well, good. I'm glad you found your way back.
Well, that's a different summer memory, but now they can laugh about it now that they found land.
I've tasted watermelon with salt and I don't like it. But when I recently moved in with my daughter, she likes to use cinnamon. Now that tastes wonderful.
Oh, that's a new twist.
I've never in my life
Right?
heard of cinnamon on watermelon. It's worth a try.
I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm not scared.
I'm scared.
I'm
I
intrigued.
don't know. Here's another open mic through the My His Radio app.
I went to a picnic recently where this lady brought watermelon, but she actually put a couple of mint leaves in the same bowl. And I'd never seen that done before, but it made the watermelon so much more refreshing and gave it just that little bit of mint flavor. It was amazing. I will be doing that from now on.
Wow, this is I've never had anything on my watermelon. So far, cinnamon. What else was there? Salt and one other thing.
Mint leaves.
Mint. That's what she just said.
Yes.
Mint leaves.
And I have heard of that combination. I've never tried it myself. Crystal texted and she said, we always grew up eating salt on watermelon, still do. She also put salt on her cantaloupe.
Oh.
My husband loves that.
Oh, that's good. I love cantaloupe.
I can't stand cantaloupe. I don't like cantaloupe. I don't like honeydew. I don't like any of that.
Jake's even reacting to this. What's up with cantaloupe, Jake?
No.
No. Why?
I don't get it. I don't get I don't get why people like cantaloupe.
Oh, it's good.
See,
It doesn't taste like anything.
well, here's my thing. Cantaloupe and watermelon are not worth the cobbledy-wobblies that you get.
Huh?
You know.
What?
The cobbledy-wobblies.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
They mess with your tummy, and you have to go to the bathroom a little bit more. And we call it in our house a cobbly-wobbly.
What? Really?
And it's not worth it. It's not good enough. Watermelon, I'll push through, but not for cantaloupe.
Cobbly wobblies?
Cobbledy-wobblies.
Is that diarrhea?
Yeah.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Oh, yet another debate on coffee.
Yeah, and I'm very passionate about which side I'm falling on. It is about drip coffee or the K-Cups or pods. Which one is less expensive? Which one tastes better? So,
Who cares?
oh, I care.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I'm sorry.
I really do.
You should have seen her face. Oh, I care. I care.
You want to go at this? Yeah, so I will fall on the side of the K-Cup because I'm the only person that really drinks coffee in my family.
Yeah.
So I buy the K-Cups. And, you know,
That's expensive, though. K-Cups are really expensive.
so I also am a queen shopper. And so I watch it when it's buy one, get one free, or if it's like I do like the Starbucks. I do like the Starbucks K-Cups. So when they're on sale for $7.99, which is almost half price,
Get Seattle's best.
I'm loading. I don't mind Seattle's best.
It's made by Starbucks. It's the same company.
Well, but they don't have as many of the flavors that I like. So they do have a
Oh.
yeah, well, so they have a hazelnut, Seattle's Best does.
Uh-huh.
But there's a maple pecan that is so good, and that's from Starbucks. And you can and toffee nut. Oh my goodness.
Well, Ninja drinks coffee, but she can't right now because of the pregnancy.
Oh no.
I am so sorry we're talking about coffee, Ninja.
I drink very little.
Yeah. And what is it for you? The K-Cup or the drip thing?
Drip all the way.
Why?
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I believe the quality is better.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, it would be the same equivalent to eating fast food versus making it yourself. K-Cups is like fast food version for me.
Fast food. Yeah.
Not that I'm into necessarily fast food, but when somebody else is preparing the meal and I can just pick it up, that's awesome. I don't do that often, but yeah.
See, Scott is the drip, right?
I'm always a big drip. Oh wait, you're talking about coffee.
Not you. Yeah.
Coffee. I'm more K-Cup. I'm with Liz because I'm the only one really in my family that drinks coffee. It's convenient, and I do the same thing. I buy it when it's on sale, so I don't really care who makes it. I do have a few favorites like Starbucks, Seattle's Best, Dunkin'. So I rotate depending on what's on sale per week. That's how I buy it.
Oh, there's one called Santa's White Christmas.
Oh,
Oh, my
no.
goodness. I can't remember who makes that one, but it's so
Listen,
good.
you're spending so much on K-Cups. Just don't. You don't need to. I'm guessing you're doing a K-Cup because you think you're wasting coffee because you have to make a full pot. You don't need to make a full pot.
No, you don't need to make a full pot, but I always make too much. And if I'm only doing it for 1 cup for myself, it's either too strong or it's too watery. And I like, because I'm not really great at that, I guess because I always use a K-Cup, and it's always perfect. And if I want it stronger, then I'll use, I know you're going to flip your lid on this, but
I'm going to flip my lid. Let's see.
I will
Watch
use
out.
2 K-Cups to make it stronger.
What?
But I've gotten it on sale, and I'm the only one drinking it. So one little package of K-Cups can last me a week and a half.
Here's an open mic that came in. This is through the My HISRadio app.
I used to drink Santa's White Christmas as well. It's by Barney's Coffee, and we used to have it at the college. It was my absolute favorite. I'm with you on that one. It was so good. Oh, I haven't thought about that coffee in so long. Thank you for the reminder. Now I need to go find it.
Hopefully you can.
And on sale. And let me know. Don texted. Here's what he said. Get to the store and get the reusable K-Cup. Walmart even carries a little scoop that has a funnel on it. So I used to have one of these little K-Cups, reusable one. I totally forgot about it, but I've never seen a scoop, and that was the issue. It made such a mess.
So wait a minute. So you could put normal like coffee grounds into a K-Cup and then use it?
Yes.
Oh.
I totally forgot about that.
That's ingenious.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I can buy the bag of grounds or the K-Cups for the same price, I'm probably just going to get the
You won't.
K-Cups.
The bag's always going to be cheaper. I know. Seriously, it'll always be cheaper. Here's another open mic from the My HISRadio app.
Good morning. There is nothing better than the old-style percolator coffee maker that my grandfather used to have with Folgers dark roast. But if I have to, I do have a Keurig, and I use the refillable cup, so I'm not wasting a pod.
Well, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Is that the best part?
That's the best part of waking up. And she does the same thing, the refillable.
Yes.
I'd never heard of that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it really is. And I think I even have one maybe in the cabinet somewhere, and I just totally
Well, go get the bag
forgot
stuff.
about it.
It's cheaper than those.
Again, it's just an extra step.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
I'm scrolling, and I am brought to tears because somebody shared an act of love that is so sweet. There was an older gentleman, and he and his wife went to like Sonic or something like that. And so he got an ice cream. He went to the passenger side of his car, and he spoon-fed his wife that ice cream because she's at a point in her life where she can't feed herself.
Oh, no.
And so he sat, like he opened the door, passenger side door. He sort of sits, on the rim of the door and just feeds her.
Facing her?
Facing her.
Wow.
So he can clean her face if she, gets a little bit on there, and just very tenderly gave that little spoonful.
That's the
of ice
love
cream.
of his life.
Right.
And she can't do things herself anymore. And that must be a joy of hers, is if they're going to Sonic ice cream. So he's making sure that she has things that she loves.
Right. And that's the thing. It's so simple, just that little thing, but that he thought to get her in the car, to take her to a place, to get her favorite treat, is one of those acts of love. My husband, I have acid reflux every now and then, and it's debilitating for me. Like, I just about pass out. It's so bad. So he has been known to keep like a diet soda in his cabinet so that if it hits at 2:00 in the morning, and it seems to always hit me overnight, he'll crack the top on the diet soda.
He keeps it on in like his
cabinet.
When you say cabinet, you mean like at the end table?
No, like in his closet, and then he has a cabinet in his closet, and then he'll reach in there and get one and bring it straight over to where I'm sleeping.
Liz has like a superhero for a husband.
He really is. It happened last night, and he was not home because he had to work, and it does when he's not there. I'm like, oh wow.
But it's there.
Yes,
because he has it for you there.
Right, but these are the things that he does.
Wow.
Because he loves me.
I'm not like that. I try.
You load the dishwasher, and I know
No, I unload it.
Unload it. But you unload it every single morning, and that's something that Amy, if you weren't there to do it.
Oh, I hear about it.
Well, you hear about it, but it's also
it's like
I know
you did
that
not
she's,
unload the dishwasher.
I know, but I know
I'm sorry.
She's grateful for it.
I'm sure she is, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think like that. I don't think like Joey. Harlan's husband, Paul, is a superhero too. Oh my word. I just want these guys to do something wrong once.
Oh, they do.
So I can feel normal.
They do, because nobody's perfect, but it's those little things. And man, Paul does. Harlan's husband. He does those things that she knows because of the little things that he loves her so much.
Sometimes I just want to slap him upside the head. Why
Hey,
you got to
now.
be so perfect?
You got to go through me to do that, boy.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It really depends on where you live or where you visit if you've seen one of these billions of cicadas have come out of the ground. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. Apparently, they put in some contacts to turn their eyes blue.
Only some of them, though.
Yeah.
Because they normally have red eyes, which is weird.
And it's very rare that there's a few that do have blue eyes. A few of them. There's this kid in Wheaton, Illinois that found one of these and then showed the parents. Like, whoa, that's rare. And then they donate it to the Smithsonian or something like that.
Yeah, so everybody can get a look at this blue-eyed cicada. Why? I'm really not going to travel to the Smithsonian so I can
see a cicada with blue eyes.
Maybe Dorothy's ruby slippers, but not a blue-eyed cicada.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So here's this one couple, and their toddler has been hurting for in their sinuses for 3 months. Kept going to an ENT, and they kept saying the same thing over and over again, that subscribe the right medication and antibiotics. But then there was this horrific smell. Did I say it wrong?
No.
Okay.
No, they were like, her breath is horrible.
Yeah, the breath is they're going, man, what's wrong with her breath is, ew, it just stinks. And the dad works in the medical field. It's there's something wrong
Something's
here.
up.
So finally somebody listened to them and took some scans, and there was a raisin stuck in the sinus passage.
Yeah, up in her little nostril was a raisin.
So they pulled out the stanky raisin.
I know.
And she's fine now. But she was in pain. She's like, Daddy, I hurt.
Yeah, and she would scratch at it and she would move it around, trying to get. Can you imagine? I cannot imagine having something stuck up in there for that long and not being able to dislodge it. My daughter put a bead from a necklace up her nose when she was about that age. And baby nostrils are tiny.
Yeah.
And so you can't, and immediately your body reacts that it's a foreign object and will start to swell, which makes them even smaller.
I wasn't a bright kid. So I would stick peas up there and go, just so they could go down my throat.
Oh, that's gross.
I do corn, all the small vegetables, man.
Did you show it to your family? Look.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It's the case of the stolen trash can. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Jennifer's trash can. You know the trash can that they pick up at the road that has the wheels and stuff on it?
Yeah.
That trash can has been stolen 3 times from this house.
Why?
I know. It makes no sense. So she does have one of those cameras. And so she's captured every one of them being stolen. And I feel like she's like the second house in from a very busy road. And she must live around the corner from a convenience store because some guys put a couple of cases of stuff that men drink after they mow the lawn.
Oh.
And then wheeled off with it. Here's the thing. In her neighborhood, the address is written on the garbage can in really super big numbers. You can't miss it. You know it's your trash can.
So that sounds like one that was provided by the city.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them, at least mine, is provided by
That's what I
my
figured.
trash service.
Yeah.
And so, and then there was another one that came by and put boxes of shoes in there as if they took them off of somebody's porch, put them in the trash can to conceal them and just walk down the road with a trash can.
So there was all kinds of wild things happening.
So
with
what
that
she
trash
wound
can.
up doing, because she has to call and get these things replaced. And then if she can't prove they're stolen, then she has to pay for the trash can.
And that's not inexpensive.
No, it's not. So she's been putting tags on them. You know, like the Apple tags that if you lose your keys,
Like
you can
the air
find
tag.
them.
Yeah,
the air
okay.
tag. So she's been putting air tags on them, and she can track them to where they go. She found one, tracked it all the way down, and the person at that house spray painted over the address. So you got these big white splotches all over the trash can where the address was.
Oh, my goodness.
As if they were really concealing that it was stolen.
Like, really? That's what you're going to go down for?
Yeah.
Stealing a trash can?
And she can't get her trash can back, but she does prove that, hey, these things are stolen. She reports it to the police, and then she gets a new trash can.
That is so much work for her. And think of
It
the
is.
expense to buy the air tags. They're not cheap.
No, they're not.
And then she's got the kind of ring camera type thing, and then having to track it down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So pretty smart young lady there.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you're into action figures or not, but here is a rare one that went for $525,000. Just more than $500,000. This little 3 inch action figure went for. And it was a rare Boba Fett from Star Wars.
What?
I know, right? I know.
Why is it so rare? I mean, Boba Fett. Now, I'm just trying to remember. Like, my kids played with Boba Fett, and I think I played with Boba Fett. I don't know. Wow.
You don't know? You don't remember
I don't remember. I know that we used to play Star Wars in, like, the courtyard of the apartment complex we lived in, but I don't remember if I had an actual.
Yeah, it doesn't really say how many of these were produced. It makes me think maybe it was, 1 of 100 or something like that.
Or maybe
since it's
it had
so rare, but they call it a premium Boba Fett.
Okay, I didn't know there were different levels.
Yeah, and it's just a little under 4 inches. I said it was 3. I'm sorry. I made him short.
If it was only 3 inches, it would have been $250,000.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
They call themselves Food Hub. This is a grocery store in Canada. Everything's free. Everything is free. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. That's because it's an outreach of a local food bank in this one area of Canada. And it's just like a grocery store for those who are food deprived. So they're able to go in there with a shopping cart as if they're shopping with money. And I mean, it literally, you walk in, you would think, if you didn't know better, that it was a grocery store. There's just no cash registers or anything.
Yeah, I love this concept because, it's all about giving people their dignity. So, that's one of the things that they want to do is not to have people kind of, get into a drive-through situation. They're given a box. They have no choices. It's just sort of, here's what you get. And they actually have choices. And they even have, like, gluten-free stuff. If you have dietary restrictions, you have some options.
And they really feel that those that are coming, that when they become fortunate enough to be able to afford their own food, that they'll start giving back so that this can stay stocked just like a grocery store.
Yeah, and I think, anybody that's ever been served by a food bank, that is top of mind because you've been through it, you identify, you empathize with people that have been through it, and you want to give back.
Listen, I had a lot of spam from a lot of food banks.
Oh, yeah.
That was easy to open up when you're on the streets, because of my homeless background when I was a kid thrown to the streets. And so you get a lot of spam, you get a lot of baked beans, you get a lot of stuff. Crackers. Yeah, crackers and spam was pretty good. I did like it.
Yeah, every now and then you'll get a slice of cheese to put on there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a treat.
Somebody will give their big block of cheese that they got.
Yeah.
And then donate it to a food bank.
Yeah. And in this instance, they're going to put it into a grocery store.
Yeah.
So you can have that full experience.
And then pick your own stuff.
Which I love that. When you have control, you feel a little more empowered. And I think that's at least part of the reason they're doing this.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you've seen this last week. It probably came across your feed. But there are, I'm going to say maybe 10 police officers holding a blue tarp underneath a tree. And captured in this picture in midair is a bear falling into the tarp.
Okay.
So this bear's in like a normal neighborhood right by where the kids play soccer. I mean, you see the soccer net in the background, and it's stuck in the tree and can't come down. I don't know why. And so first, the people that are there are trying to figure out, how do we get this bear out of the tree? It's clearly stuck, and we got to get it out of here because the kids are going to come play soccer at some point. So the police came and said, you all have to go away. So step way back because this is a wild bear and probably very irritable at the moment.
And hungry.
And so they get a blue tarp, like what you bring camping with you. They get a blue tarp, and all these men are holding on to this tarp for dear life really tight. And you see the bear in this picture in midair between the limbs of the leafy tree going into the tarp.
Did they coax the bear? We got you. Just jump. We got you. Or did they tranquilize him?
That I don't know. That's a good thought.
Because I'm thinking, okay, you're fine. You're fine.
Just-
No, I don't want to. I'm scared.